today we are talking RBH sound. And if you watched the beginning of this video, then you saw me dancing around like an idiot. But when you're listening to good speakers, you got to dance around like an idiot. I think that's a rule in the audiophile world community. So get some speakers and dance around like an idiot. It's the only way to enjoy life. So RBH sound, these are the 661 SF reference speakers from RBH sound. They're 6.5-inch dual woofered with tweeters, and the frequency range is 50 hertz to 20,000 kilohertz. I really enjoy these speakers. They are crisp and clean is how I would describe them. They're not extraordinarily dynamic, but I think that's only because I'm not running enough power with the integrated amplifier. We've got the AVM A30.3, which runs at about 100 watts per channel, I believe, 125, somewhere in there. Now, the speakers are rated for 75 watts to 250 watts per channel. So there's a lot more room to open up, and I just didn't take advantage of those, and I should have thought about that for this demo setup. However, that being the case, I still really enjoy these speakers. They're very crisp, they're very clean, and as a reference point, in the past we listened to the Triangle Comets 40th anniversary speakers. I really enjoyed those speakers. They sounded fantastic, they had amazing dispersion, and in comparison to those, these were a little bit brighter, but still crisp, still clean, especially in the high frequencies, especially in the mid ranges. We didn't get near as much bass with these as I was hoping for, but that makes sense given the frequency range. I think if I hooked up a subwoofer to this system and listened to it that way, it would have been just a very dynamic, in-your-face kind of sound. One of the best compliments, I suppose, would be that my neighbor, my friend next door, actually came over and said that he could hear these speakers through the wall, and I really wasn't playing them very loud. He said he could hear it through the wall, and he wanted to come over and see what I was doing and listen to them, because he knows that I'm often over here testing stuff. And so he decided to come over, and he was listening to them, and his first reaction was, man, I cannot believe how clear these sound. They do sound really good. The only downside, besides the bass and not having a subwoofer connected to this demo unit, or to this demo setup, the only downside I would say is the dispersion is a little bit less than I would have expected from these speakers. And that could be the design of the woofers, that could be the placement. This may not be ideal placement. I haven't played around really much with the placement besides pushing them in and out from the wall, because they are ported in the back. I found that about 6 to 8 inches out from the wall gave me the best sound quality. Anything closer than that, and the sound was getting muddy. And we don't want that at all. We want to hear the crisp and clear signal come through. So positioning wasn't important, but I didn't really play around with, angles or anything like that. I didn't play around with the up and down so much, but I did do a walk around the room with this setup, and found that the dispersion was probably closer to 120 degrees versus the 160 degrees that I experienced with the Triangle Comets. The Triangle Comets, in comparison, were a little bit warmer, had a little bit more bass response, and were probably matched more properly with this integrated amplifier. For these, I would probably want to have a more powerful amp. I would probably want to have a subwoofer and make sure that the system is dialed in and set up ideally to perform at its maximum capability. I think there's a lot of room for improvement with this setup with these speakers to improve the performance of the speakers. And that being said, the performance was good. It was definitely good. I just think that there's room for improvement to get the most out of these speakers, which for an audiophile is part of chasing down the sound. You start to mix and match equipment, and you realize that one thing might not work perfectly with this other thing. So you've got to improve one aspect of it to improve another. And I think for the sound quality to get to its peak performance, we're looking at a few changes in this setup. Nothing wrong with the speakers, there's something wrong with the setup. As far as the cables are concerned, we are running tributaries, 8PC phono cables from the turntable to the integrated amp, and we're running 4PR speaker cables, Kimber cables, from the speakers to the amp. So that's the system that we're using. It worked very well. It was very easy to set up. as they are becoming more and more easy the more I do these. It was very easy to set up, got going right away. I hooked up to Bluetooth and listened through Bluetooth, and then I hooked up the turntable and listened through turntable. Everything sounds fantastic, and I'm very happy with the setup. The only thing that I would recommend on the tributaries cables is that the ground cable that you get with the phono cable is actually too big. There's not enough space on the back of the turntable or the AVM in order to fit properly on the ground screw. So I would definitely recommend going with a bare wire ground just for ease of use, because it's a little bit harder. I had to use the third input on this in order to fit the spade lug on the ground screw. So other than that, this was a fantastic setup. I really enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun. I listened to a lot of music over the weekend on these speakers and thoroughly enjoyed the setup. It was definitely a fun process, and I think if anybody's interested in this level of speakers, RBH Sound is definitely a fantastic option. And this is a brand new product line, or brand new brand line for our website. We just brought this on this August. So if you're interested in more information, please feel free to reach out to us through our website at www.soundapproach.com. I don't know why I said www. I guess I'm showing my age. Anyways, we'll see you guys soon. Check out the website, soundapproach.com. I have been Trevor, trying to explain speakers through YouTube. It's a mad world we live in, but mad world. That's a good song. I haven't heard that song in a long time. Adam Lambert sang a very, very excellent cover of that song. Okay, I'm digressing dramatically. All right, check out our website. We'll see you guys next time. Oh, like and subscribe and comment and do all the stuff down there, down below. Bye.